After I push the button, I gotta love it. Hey guys, welcome to Babe Talk. Today we have Zac
Hey, mine still
Eisenstein.
says off air.
Now shit doesn't really. Mine says it's good.
Now we're
I'm
good.
live.
I'll take your word for it.
1, 2, 3, here we go, guys. It's fucking Babe Talk. So tonight, let's give a fucking round of applause for getting Zac Eisenstein on the show tonight.
Thank you.
Woo!
Showing up, dude.
Hello.
All right, thank you, sir. On tonight's panel, we have Ashnick.
Hi guys.
We got Eric.
Oh, hello.
We got Shayna.
Hey.
And we got Tony Captain Peppers.
Hey, what's up?
All right, and I'm Molly. Let's start the bitch off. So every week we start the show by asking everybody how their day was, and today we're gonna start with Zac. Let's figure out how your day was.
All right. It was good. I leave for tour soon, so I tried to just like absorb my house and my life, and I watched the WWE Network this morning and took my dog for a walk. Then my mom came in to my apartment, and we went to eat lunch together. And then I came home and played some Call of Duty, and now I'm on Babe Talk.
Yo, Call of Duty. What version do you play?
I'm playing Advanced Warfare on PS4.
Oh man, how has that been so far? I only heard good things about it.
I like it. People weren't. It's not like if you're going into it looking for the classic Call of Duty experience. It's not it, because it's all like future-like, and it's a lot like if you play Destiny, how you can like jump real high.
Yeah.
But it's cool once you get used to it. It's a lot faster paced than the older games.
So the warfare is like advanced, you'd say?
I would say it's somewhat Advanced Warfare, yeah.
Eric, you're speaking. How was your day, kid?
Pretty good. I changed diapers today. That's what I did today. Went to work and changed
Happened
diapers.
tomorrow.
You work at
Daycare,
daycare?
by the way.
Huh?
Do you work at a daycare?
No. I just had a baby.
Congratulations.
Thanks, dude. I realize I phrased that weird. No, I do with kids with autism. But yeah. No, it was fun. Good day. Good day. Now I'm here on Babe Talk with Zac. This is fucking crazy.
Here we are. What, Flip? Say hi. My dog wants to say hi.
Yes.
Oh, let's say puppies!
Oh, yes. We love puppies.
Can you see him?
Yeah!
Yeah.
Oh, dog.
That's too goddamn cute.
Oh
Hey.
my god. Oh my god.
What's his name?
Flip.
Hey, Zac.
Yeah.
Yes, that's so adorable.
Zac, your dog and my dog are on a calendar together.
Really? I have the calendar right here.
Yeah, me too. If I ever see you at like a signing, I'm gonna have you sign it.
Oh, my girlfriend must have thrown it out or something.
No.
Damn.
I'll show you my copy. It's fine.
Yeah, well, I mean, we had it. We just kept it on Flip's month, like, forever.
Yeah.
That's too good.
What is your dog going to keep Bow Wow?
Yeah, in our house we call that Callie's month. No big deal.
That's awesome. You should.
Ashik, I see you cheesing over there. How was your day?
I just love dogs. You guys know that. Like, my episode was probably 40% talking about dogs, and I was like, oh, I do stuff on like the internet, whatever. Dogs, like, it's pretty much how it was. But it was pretty good. It's been really overcast and rainy and gross here, so I ran some errands. I've been cleaning out my room. We're making a big like donation to Goodwill soon, and hang out with my dogs. I have 3 dogs, and they're the loves of my life. And it was my oldest dog's birthday the other day. She turned, in dog years, she turned 105. So,
Fuck.
my old lady. Yeah, she's old. And I'm getting ready for graduation. We're going back up to Syracuse on the 24th, 25th, because my friend's band is playing with 4 Years Strong and Bonfires, which is the band that just signed to Bad Timing Records, and we're just going to make a weekend out of it. My friend's having the band play in his basement the next night, and I'm so excited. So
Yeah, good things are happening in good times.
guys, I'm so fucking excited.
God.
Morning radio, Jesus Christ. Welcome to Babe Talk in the morning. Ollie and the...
You just get like the Spanish air horn going like boo boo boo. It's like, oh, Babe Talk is going on, guys.
You guys have
really
a sound
excited,
effects
guys.
panel.
You know, I think there is one, but I think Eric abused it last time, so we took it away from him.
You gotta give someone else the privilege.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Mm.
You know, Shannon, maybe I'll give it to
gosh.
you. How was your day?
Frozen?
Interesting.
Yes, and I skipped the
Oh.
Oh,
She was so excited.
He was so excited too.
This is the downside of doing an internet show.
Yeah.
And I did do a presentation on pop punk. That was fun.
Ooh.
And then
Oh,
I went.
we got the important bit.
What? Doing a presentation on pop punk?
That's pretty important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
She's frozen.
Oh, it was really. Am I frozen? I'm done.
And she catches on. Oh,
Am I
Shannon,
frozen?
yeah, it's
No,
coming in
don't
and out.
So Tony.
No, keep going.
Yes.
Just go.
So
Go.
Tony.
All right, so
Tony
my day
Peppers.
was-
Hey, what's up,
my day was
kid?
pretty all right. It was okay. I didn't do much. I did radio today. That was really fun. That's kind of my favorite time of the week. But it's been a busy day. I've had class. I've had a bunch of projects that I have to get caught up with before the semester ends. But I'm here. I'm on.
I know what happened.
We discovered the meaning of life. We found life on other planets. I'm sorry you missed it.
We discovered a whole new music streaming revenue where everyone makes millions of dollars, and it's just everything.
Nothing you care
works.
about. It's fine.
Yeah, we went live and we broke the internet. So, I mean, job's done. We can all go home.
Suppy overload.
Suppy overloaded.
How, is that a unit of measurement? How do we do that?
My phone went blue. Like I've never seen that.
Damn.
Interesting.
You came on to babe talking kind of virus on your phone. I'm very sorry. This is what happens when I do nice things.
I blew my phone once too.
Alright, I'll recognize the phone for you guys.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
Right
what's happening in that cup?
Jack Daniels.
Hey.
Good call.
You know, we should have done another drunk episode.
Yeah, I
Did
felt.
you do that?
Yo, yeah.
We did what was like that after school special
It's
where it
called
was kind of
almost
like
every episode.
I had to drink my episode and then I didn't the rest of it until we did the after school special. I had my like glittery mason jar with like
I remember that.
alcohol in it.
I
Yeah,
actually
I'm so drunk I
before
spilled
I even
everywhere.
called you guys, to be honest.
I think the amount of beers we might have chugged before shows and then went on to shows surpass. I think it might surpass the amount of episodes that we actually have.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But hey, that's what we do here on Babe Talk. We're
Professionally
unprofessional. There we
Guys,
go.
question:
Yeah.
Where did the name come from? Why is it
Yeah,
Babe Talk?
where the fuck did the name come from?
I told everyone I hired someone in my band, I forget who, was like, "What's Babe Talk?" And I was like, "I don't know." And they're like, "What is? Well, you just gonna do it? You don't know what it is?" And I was like, "It's like an interview." And they were like, "What do you?" I think it was Nick, and he was like, "Do you talk to like babes?"
Yes.
And I was like,
Everyone thinks it's like a campsite.
maybe that'd be cool. I don't know.
You know what? That's what we should do. We should
You guys
like,
are
make
amazing.
like a really hot girl. Ashley Gorshani, you're gonna take over the show now.
Jesus.
I'm out of here. But no, the idea behind Babe Talk.
Welcome to Babe Talk, everybody.
Welcome to Babe Talk After Dark.
After dark.
It's like, yo, Ashley just got mad light. What happened?
Do you call yourself Ash Dick when that happens?
Fuck you.
But
I was gonna do everybody.
the idea from the show had ended up coming from a bunch of us getting together, coming from the Defend Pop Punk group, and making our own group.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, me and
We
all
made
of
it out
them.
alive
Nice.
somehow.
Yeah, it was weird.
And so a lot of us were within some facet of music, and so we started like, hey, how about we just interview each other and then have a kick-ass time? And then we're like, well, how about we just start doing each other all the time? And then, stop, damn it, fuck.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so and then Babe Talk. That's really expedited version of it, but
Cool.
yeah. So we
You guys are all Defend Pop Punk group. That's how y'all know each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I saw I remember, I think it was Ollie or Tony posted in Defend Pop Punk, like, hey, if you do stuff within the music scene, whether you're in a band, you're a photographer, you blog, you do reviews, whatever, like, we want you on the show. And that's when I messaged Ollie, like, the apparently, like, super long letter or whatever.
Your resume, your cover letter,
My cover
your
letter,
thesis statement.
It's a statement. Just a statement.
like the little summary on LinkedIn. That's like my thesis statement. Like,
Yeah.
I did. I was like really professional about it, and Ollie's like, oh my god, like,
I was like, what the fuck is this?
all right, cool, come on. And then he was also wearing that POZ shirt too when I came on too. So I remember that.
Get
Nice
around.
touch, Ollie.
Thank you.
That's how we all met.
That's how we all met. Yeah.
That's cool.
You're a good interviewer, Zach.
Huh?
You're a good interviewer.
I want to start interviewing somehow. I want to find like a platform for it.
Well,
Everybody
boy,
has
do I
podcasts,
have a place for you.
Yeah, you want to be a panelist. It'll be great.
You can-
When I tour with people which I'm very lucky, it's happened to me a lot the past 5 or 6 years. But when I tour with people who I was definitely a fan of before there was anything like Man Overboard, I always, I don't want to come on too strong. I don't like the first day like hang on them and ask them questions and shit. But if it's someone I end up getting along with them, I always try to like hit a point a few weeks in a tour where I can just pick people's brains. Yeah. And I try to like find not annoying ways to like ask questions or like try to make people enjoy talking about themselves rather than feeling like I'm prying,
Dude, that's why you do a podcast. It's easy. You don't even have to. You can fake it. Just pretend you're recording and ask away.
Yeah.
Eric tries. Eric tries really hard.
I try really hard.
But
Well, who's the most interesting person, or not most, but one of the most interesting people you've talked to in that fashion? Like someone whose story just blew you away.
People whose stories blow me away.
Yeah.
I think, I'm not saying of all people, I know he has the craziest stories, but this person remembers them all and loves telling them. Ian, the bass player from Newfound Glory.
Yeah.
He has some pretty insane stories that, like, if he broke into right now, I could, like, say it along with him, like a movie I've seen 10,000 times. Just stuff about, because for those guys, they were around. Me and Justin from Man Overboard were literally learning Newfound Glory songs to cover in 5th grade.
Yeah.
And Newfound Glory's, they were around in a time where a pop punk band was rubbing elbows with like Justin Timberlake and playing shows with Red Hot Chili Peppers, and it was like real music, and they played with Bush, and they played with all these people that I heard on the radio as a child that I loved were their peers.
Yeah.
And I loved them too, but they were young then, and me getting into their band was kind of like me starting on the next phase of music. So I guess definitely him. Everyone in Census Fail, and not even the original guys, because the people who come through Census Fail and play in the band now, and the people who have left are all just like legends. Like Buddy always keeps the lineup very stacked. It's never like some Joe off the street filling in for whoever quit. It's always like, oh, this guy was in Hot Water Music, or this guy was in some awesome band. So that like camp always has really good people to talk to. And honestly, even though they're the same age as me, All Time Low's just seen a lot more than me, so I pick up on some cool shit with them and their people too.
Cool. Wow.
That's just fun as shit.
Cool.
And Mayday Parade.
Yeah.
Mayday Parade, as a band, Mayday Parade's like a bunch of wise old men.
I love that. I love those types of bands who are like,
out with your grandpa.
Back
Derek, the show was so cool tonight. Everyone was singing along, and when I went to the bus, everybody wanted to talk to me, and it felt good. And Derek will be like, "That's great, man. It's really awesome to see you guys like achieving your dreams."
I can picture him saying that too. Like that's
And
so.
he gives you a.
That's great, bud. That's what he says, bud.
He pulls a quarter from behind your ear, pats you on the back.
Great, bud. That's
Oh my god, it's the cutest thing I've ever heard.
That's so sweet. I love band bromance too. Like when bands like
I got a lot of
support each other.
bromances. Those are
Love
just
it.
people that are like older than me that I think I kind of maybe look up to a little bit on some level. I don't want to give them too much credit.
But you also fuck, man.
They're all
always, I don't want to be like anyone I know when I'm their age. I'm not singling anyone out. I'm me. You know?
They're all avid listeners of this podcast.
Yeah. I feel you.
Oh, God, man. Like check wagon, like, you know.
Talk some shit about me on Babetalk.
Yeah, that would be a. Oh my god. Oh.
I'd be like, hell yeah, I did.
That's the official endorsement, guys. We got to
Scoop up the rebuttals.
Nice.
Well, you know what they do with pro wrestling? What you guys do for hits? Is you get people, basically like me and other people in bands, to just basically come on your show and talk as much shit as they can. To say things that they never would say in other interviews. And that makes people watch you guys instead of the other fucking interview. Because they watch 2 seconds of an interview from Warped, and I'm like, dude, it's super rad. We're stoked to be out here. And my best friend. Then they watch 20 seconds of an interview with you guys, and I'm like, fuck this person, fuck that person. Which interview are you going to watch?
I like, yeah, right. I like. Well, you wouldn't believe it. We've got, yeah. I'm just expecting like somebody from like Kings of Leon or someone to burst on the screen in like a leotard and just start a leotard and just start screaming at you.
Like the Stone Cold Steve Austin entrance just comes out. So
This Sunday.
I would love for someone to just super wave like famous to just come put me in my fucking place. It would feel great. I'd feel validated.
If that were to happen like on stage, that would be the world's best fucking thing. I'd buy every ticket to World Tour
We
for
kept
Netflix.
joking. Us and Census Fail kept joking about like interrupting each other's matches or each other's sets and being like trying to draw it out. So like one night I talk shit on Buddy, and next night he talks shit on me. Next night maybe I will go on stage while they're playing. And
there you go.
Something up. Just play with all the knobs and all the amps.
Please do that.
Night, Stone Cold stuns me in the middle of our set.
Oh man, I think that'd be the world's best thing. I think like people that would just like blow up. People would talk about it for like years to come.
It would rule. It would be way cooler than just playing music.
It would kind of be like the Kanye the moment of our genres.
That would be sick.
Oh fuck! Well, speaking of Warped Tour, we have some announcements. Does anyone have the list up? If not, I do, and I can give some.
Go for it.
Well, boy, all right. Here's my job. All right, so we got Knuckle Puck coming on the show. We have H2O that's going to be coming not on the show.
I found out about that today. That rules. Sorry, go ahead.
We also have KS Stewart. We have Macy Kate. We have Census Fail. We have Tat. We also have the Bunny and the Bear. And Pierce the Veil was also announced later today.
The final draft pick for Warped Tour.
Final draft picks of this year's Warped Tour, 2015.
Has Pierce the Veil like stopped this year? I feel like they
So
did.
you guys do like a draft?
We should.
No, that was like the Warped Tour thing. I looked it up on my phone, and it was like the final draft pick for Warped Tour.
Oh, gotcha.
yeah, it was like a sketch.
But I feel like Pierce the Veil's bit like they did the Them and Sleeping with Sirens did like their World Tour Part 1 and Part 2, and now they're on all of Warped Tour. I feel like they've just been like really going a lot, and it's just. I mean, not that I'm not excited. I will totally watch Pierce the Veil. I'm okay.
Did you go see them all those times?
No.
Have you been
What do you
traveling?
care,
She's very concerned about their well-being.
They're tired.
Yeah, they're tired.
That's what I was saying. I'm just like they've been like
Gotta be tired.
expensive touring.
They are the hardest working musicians that are out there right now.
Pierce the Veil's cool, and they're really nice guys. And you know what though? It's like really nice what you're saying, but every guy in a band knows what they signed up for.
Well, I know. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just
I
like,
know.
wow,
I know.
they've been going. But yeah, so that's chill. I'm still really excited.
Yeah, that's gonna be exciting. Is there anyone else that like anyone's like actually stoked for? Because I don't think we've actually like gone through the list and be like, yo, this is who I'm gonna like break down and see again.
You said Knuckle Puck's playing?
Knuckle Puck will be playing.
Knuckle
Yeah.
Puck.
I'm happy about
I'm
that.
stoked for that. Everyone on this panel knows I am obsessed with Paris, like unbelievable fangirl for Paris a lot. So I'm really excited they're playing again. And them and Beartooth again. Really excited for Beartooth. I'm definitely excited for. We just talked about Knuckle Puck. I definitely want to see them again. They played for I think that was their first time in Connecticut when I saw them play with Modern Baseball, and they just. Destroyed the place in like a very cool and punk way, but they destroyed it. It was so great. Those are like the absolute like must-see top 3 for me right now. Yeah.
Shannon, who you look forward to?
Oh, well, that's honest. I mean, okay, well.
You okay? Do we need to come back?
The
We can
word
always come back.
If I'm gonna be honest, it's The Wonder Years and Man Overboard. I mean,
Thank you.
I see what you want to. Oh, okay. All right.
yeah.
I
No.
appreciate it.
Thanks. No, but I forgot what show it was, but I was at the Barbary and Justin was there, and I overheard a conversation saying like, "Oh yeah, we're playing Warped Tour this year," and this was way before you were announced, and I'm just like, "Fuck, I really hope that's true." And then
That means next time I see Justin, I'm gonna have to smack him upside the head and say, "Next time you're at a show, don't talk so fucking loud."
no. I was working the show. I help out Joe at Live Nation.
I'm just kidding. Justin's the one smacking me more often than not. I'm just pretending.
Justin seems like he's like the dad of the group.
Oh, Big Ty. He's also the youngest. You know that?
Ain't already something?
He's the youngest one and the oldest one at the same time.
Oh.
For real. Tony, what about you? You gonna see anyone cool?
I'm really excited to see Motion City Soundtrack again, but I'm really looking forward to seeing Handguns because last time I tried to see them,
Oh, a dog!
lightning struck.
Hi!
Lightning struck, so they had to shut everything down. It was like 2013.
I remember that day.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was in the middle of the story so far, and Handguns were just about to go on, and they had to shut down, and I was like, damn it. What? That was like one of the main bands I wanted to see.
Was it Camden? Was that in Camden?
No, this was Orlando, but someone just got struck.
Oh, yeah, I know who got struck by lightning. 2013, you said?
I remember that.
Brian Marquis.
Everyone in.
That was pretty sweet.
We appreciate Tony's face. Oh, damn, we can't see it. Damn.
I
But,
can.
I can.
This is fantastic. Can someone take a picture of that? Oh
Yes,
my god.
screenshot. Tony is
Screen's got
taking
to
a
send
shot.
over to Tony.
Make a
I'm
cover
like-
photo.
No worries.
Make a good face at all times,
Yeah, right.
You need to get the basic set it going.
just in case.
Eric, I know you don't. I don't know. Are you still like in the Warped Tour
Of
game?
course, I'm into Warped Tour. Of course, I'm into Warped Tour.
Well, I know you've been to
Since
Warped Tour,
like
but I mean, like, well, are you still going to Warped Tour?
Yeah, I haven't missed it in like 14 years.
Oh shit! Well,
Great for you.
Who will you be seeing?
I think that's 13 years. I don't want to exaggerate here. I'm so for Motion City Soundtrack as my old self would be. Real Big Fish, Anti-Flag, NoFX, Bad Religion, you know, the usuals.
The huge.
I'm looking at the full poster lineup right now because I feel like I just blanked on so many people I want to see.
Yeah, no, I did
When was
too.
the last
I
time-
want to know the insider perspective. So Zach, who are you excited to see, but also who are you excited to see on a personal level?
There's a band I'm really, really excited to see at a personal level, but I don't know if they announced yet, and none of you guys said it, and I don't want to say it. But go through. See it. What are the other ones? You said
List all the bands.
because I feel like
Oh,
they did.
I
I'm not going to take a chance.
Wait, wasn't that the last round of bands?
Was it?
I thought that it was. Don't they have to like? I know the Warped kickoff party was like last night, wasn't it? So
Yeah.
As
I think-
what I'm
weird.
seeing from Zach Zarilla's page, it says that Warped Tour has revealed the full lineup for 2015. So
Read
that
me
is
all the
it.
bands that start with the letter N.
Let's start with, I have the poster right here. Let's start with what letter?
N.
N. Oh, it's not in alphabetical order. Is yours in
Like the
alphabetical order?
Netflix.
Ollie, is yours alphabetical? This poster is
I
not.
got neck deep.
Hold
I
on.
got.
I have it.
Whoa,
Never
all
shout
right,
never.
Tony.
Never Shout Never. That's who I'm most excited about.
Okay.
Oh man, I forgot. Did you
Really?
guys end up doing a tour? Yeah.
I remember when you guys toured because I came to
Oh,
Syracuse.
man, those are my fucking homies, dude. Like, our band, we love each other. We love spending time together.
Remember that
So
tour?
much.
It came through Syracuse, which is like I said before, which is where I went to school. And I was
Yeah.
like, I thought it was a strange combination. I mean, the show I think did
It
really
was at
well,
the
but
time.
It felt like I was like, oh, that's a strange
Really?
pairing of artists, but it clearly worked. I mean, you guys, no offense, you guys came to a place like Nowheresville, upstate New York. Like clearly something
I'm
went right
not
there.
offended by that. Tell people in that town that it's Nowheresville. They might be offended.
No, it is. I have talked. I went to like. Who did I see? I saw Cruel Hand and Bane, and like Syracuse is known for like their hardcore scene. And
Yeah.
my friend and I, we like kind of like ditched lecture early and went to go to this show, and the people there were just like, "Oh, there's another dog. Hi, Luna Bean."
That's what they said.
Oh.
Yeah, that's exactly what they had
Exactly what they said. They all were like, "Oh, Luna Bean." And I was like, "Okay, here, come say hi. You want to defend Pop Punk?" Yeah.
All the animals are defending Pop Punk tonight.
Yes, they are. But they were like, "Yeah, no one ever comes up here. This sucks. I can't believe Cruel Hand even came up here. That's insane." I was
Oh,
like,
that's sick. They're so bummed that no one comes to their town, and then when people actually come to their town, they sit at the show and bitch that it
It's
doesn't
just like this. Like my friend and I were trying to like engage with these people. Like it's hard. It was hard to get involved in a scene like Syracuse. I
You
don't
want me
know.
to say something controversial?
Go ahead.
Always.
No.
This generation of kids, the one generation that's one half younger, half a generation below me, whatever you want to fucking call
Mm-hmm.
it, is the most entitled. It's unbelievable. You know, like, it's like, because the reason I'm saying this is because you're saying these kids, you know? oh, I'm surprised they even came up here. No one comes here. First of all, let me take it back 15 years ago for you. If I was 12 or 13 and a band I wanted to see was coming to within 90 miles of my house, I went to the show, and if I didn't go, I wasn't mad at the band. It was my bad. They didn't go there. Secondly, if I went to the show and met the band, I was intimidated by them. I kept my mouth shut. God forbid I would say something that would make this band make me think that I'm an idiot, you know? Thirdly, we didn't have things like Twitter and Instagram and stuff.
Yes.
And if we did, the last thing I would be saying to anyone in a band I liked are any of the things that kids say to guys in bands today. Literally. Oh, you know, fuck you. I've been told, fuck you. You played the show. Fuck you. Like, verbatim, fuck you. Because you played the show and you guys didn't come out to merch to talk to anyone.
Yeah.
That is, like, and I don't care. Like, I'm not, you know, oh, you say fuck you to me. Like, I don't care. People can say I'm no one. People can say whatever the fuck they want. That being said, when I was a kid, I was happy to see the band, and I had no expectations above that, let alone telling someone, fuck you for not coming out to merch.
Yeah.
Like, you're stoked. Get the picture on your phone of them when you work your way up to the front row, and, like, be happy about that. I'm not saying people shouldn't meet their fans. I love that shit, and I love talking to our fans. But it's like, you don't come to our town. Oh, well, this tour didn't go here.
I hate this town.
Sorry if I'm going off a bit. But
no, that is
it's fine. It's like a golden soundbite.
And it's like you guys are a good platform for me to say this, because you're not, like, I shouldn't say that in, like, alternative press.
Yeah, like AP, just being like, yeah, fuck these kids. It's just like,
yeah, no, you know.
Go on POC, Zach. I have a really big rant I need to get off my chest.
You know? You guys get me. That's what I'm saying.
No, absolutely. And I remember there was a tweet 2 years ago about a kid pretty much saying, like, oh, fuck you for not coming over to my town. I swear to God, he might have been, like, a half an hour outside the town you guys were playing. He was complaining. And I remember there was a kid that flew from the United Kingdom over here, or flew from India over to the United Kingdom to see you guys.
Yeah.
And then you guys just like, yo, this nigga flew. What about you?
Exactly. I'm saying. And, you know, plus, fuck that. Fuck everything I just said. Let's take it back to my parents and your guys' parents' generation. Mm-hmm. If they got a glimpse of some dude in Led Zeppelin walking to the bus from 200 yards away and looked like a tiny little thing, they were stoked.
It was the greatest day ever.
They were stoked. And why shouldn't they be? They love him. They listen to his records every day. Yeah. It's fun. And, you know, it's just like... And just like you're saying, and then you got the kid who flies from a different country, and you're like, man, I love this kid, and he's awesome, and I'll go get a beer with him and chill with him. He came so far to see us play, but then you have the other kid who leaves a comment, why don't you guys ever fucking come to Salt Lake City, when I was in Salt Lake City 2 days ago?
Because you live there. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Are the reason we're not coming to your city.
Does anyone remember when Olivia actually made the trip from Chicago all the way out to Philly? She did 2 buses and I think a train to come out to the Man Overboard holiday show in Philly 2 years ago as well.
Oh.
Damn, how people who do treks, yeah, and a lot of people did that for the Wonder Years weekend.
Yeah, the Wonder Years weekend, like it's
are a big one for people.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Intense stuff.
It's supposed to be about the music.
Now
and
everybody's gonna think I hate our fans.
No, but didn't you just post on Instagram about if someone wanted to come one of your shows, you would guest list them?
Oh yeah, I just saw that too. Where you'd if you're coming from a different country, email us.
We're gonna have to catch Zach on like another moment.
Pause.
Yeah.
So, as we get Zach back, I'm gonna make the announcement that we're actually giving away one pair of Warped Tour tickets. That's available on our Facebook contest. We will be drawing a winner at the end of this episode. If you guys are looking at the showcase, you can see the contest there. Click on the link there, and you'll be able to enter to the contest, like and comment on the post to get an entry. Or if you guys want to go to facebook.com/Babetalk Show, and then like and comment on the page there, on the post, you'll be entered to win, and we're going to draw the winner tonight at the end of the episode.
I hate our fans, and I hung up. It's a joke. I'm kidding.
If anybody ever thought that of you or asked that of you, you should be like, yeah, totally. Everything I've done in my life totally shows that.
No, in reality, I'm like really paranoid of people thinking that I'm like a jerk off. So it's hard for me to express myself sometimes. I care more than I act like I care. Put it that way.
Well, you kind of mentioned. Well, I mean, I completely agree with you about the entitledness. I've been going to punk shows since early 2000s, like actual.
And then when you got to those punk shows, you saw the band hanging out by their van. You were like, "I'll put my head down, like I'm the
yes
kid at school, like I'm."
Yeah, you don't. I mean, you could maybe say a quick higher. I appreciate your music, but I remember.
And that's great. No one doesn't want to hear that, about their song.
Well, I remember forming the perfect sentence to get in, say the thing I really want to say, and get out. I'm not trying to waste anybody's time.
Yeah.
And then nowadays, I'll see those same bands, and kids are at the show just heckling the whole time, and it's like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
But I mean, shit happens. I don't know.
But it's
I still
okay.
formulate that sentence in my head.
Whatever. Like I'm not like I roll with the times. If that's how it's gonna be now, then that's how it fucking is, and I'll work with it.
Well, you said that people you said you care more than it can kind of seem sometimes. Would you say that's because you've kind of built up a defense against all the Twitter bullshit and this and that?
Yeah, I have a really strong someone says something pretty mean directly to me on a daily basis, and it's like you kind of build up a wall eventually till you're not listening, even sometimes when they say nice stuff, but it's just an effect of the mean stuff,
Mm-hmm.
It's like a human reaction.
Yeah, it's so interesting what I mean, quote-unquote celebrities, however you'd want to classify being in the public eye. It's so interesting with all the social media stuff, what it's now like to be in that position.
It's fucking weird, man. And it's totally fun, too, because, I love that, I can be like, I don't do this. I mean, I might as well, but I could be like, hey, should I wear blue or yellow socks today? And I got all these thousands of people. That's fucking cool. Shit like that's cool. And if I want to know if a movie's good, I have all these people that want to answer me. But
you have a focus group wherever you go.
That's so convenient.
The whole thing, it goes back to
how efficient.
They're anonymous, so they're really gonna lay into you. But if I lay in back, oh God, what am I? I'm some fucking asshole with a little penis. Right?
It was fun.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Why does he care? Why does he care? Because he's saying good shit about me.
Because I like you.
There was some kid that told him to suck his dick, and then Zach said, "Well, you know what? How about you suck mine?" And they'd be like, "Oh, it's all sudden."
Yeah, I would say present it.
Present it at the next show.
There's a group of comedians who are now, whenever they get shit talked to them by people on Twitter, they've been going and copying and pasting them and finding those people's employers and sending them those awful tweets and trying to get them fired.
That's awesome.
That's fantastic.
That's
actually amazing.
I
Dumb
think
shit too. People want to show you that they know stuff. When sometimes it's great that you know stuff, but I would like you so much more if you stop trying to tell me you know stuff. Nick had on this tour we had to do a Misfits cover set because Nick's uncle died.
Oh.
So he had to go home, go to the fucking funeral and shit. So we can't, we both sing in the band, so we can't play Man Overboard sets. We're gonna do the Misfits thing, so we can still get paid. I'm telling you that. So we can,
Understandable.
And to go up and play music and to do something that night and not sit there with our thumbs up our ass. So a kid tweets. The first tweet I get back though upon announcing that is this something like we're copying off Newfound Glory because they did a remote cover set.
Oh my God.
What I wanted to say was, oh yeah, we totally copied off them by having Nick's uncle die.
Oh yeah, but
Piece of shit.
Dude, because Newfound Glory created cover sets.
Exactly.
Yeah, for
because that
real.
was a 13-year-old kid that was the first cover set they ever heard. And that's awesome, but I don't need to be talking to them about it. It's
it's a 13-year-old kid who didn't even have the knowledge to call you an AFI ripoff band.
Exactly. You want to know a funny story? Yeah. That joke. And this is crazy. When we were 12, me and Justin had a band that played punk songs. And we played a show in Justin's parents' side yard, I think, or at a skate park or something. And Census Fail, it was really small. They were like 18 or 17, not really small, but they didn't blow up yet.
Yeah.
They played the show too. And our friend's band covered, we never forget this as long as we live. Our friend's band covered Halloween by the Misfits, and we overheard Buddy say to someone else, "Fucking losers, they probably think they're covering AFI." and we made fun of that kid's band in school every day for a year. Buddy from Census Fail said, "You don't know who the Misfits are, you fucking losers."
Holy shit.
Oh, that's fucking great.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Buddy's funny.
That's fantastic.
Not to awkwardly transition, but I'm pretty sure we all have some questions for Zach.
Let's rock.
Yeah, okay.
Tony's twin just showed up.
Tony has a face, and it's dropping and coming in. Okay, he's on the phone, so we got him.
Yeah, I got a phone this time. I don't know you guys. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I
You have perfect
to it
time.
and it keeps shitting out, so good luck.
Yeah, right.
All right, so we're gonna kick this thing off, Zach. We're gonna shoot you over some questions. We're gonna go Ashnick, Eric, Shayna, Tony, and then myself. We're gonna just general bullshit. It's not bullshit, but yeah. Hey, welcome to the show. This is how exactly we do things. Ashley, you can go right ahead and start us off.
All right, so this is kind of like my standard question for all of our guests who are in bands, touring acts, whatever. So, but I feel like, especially if someone like as a seasoned, veteran of the scene like yourself, I would really love to hear.
You're too kind.
But seriously, keep talking.
Because I've never been in a band. I can't play an instrument. Well, I'm trying to learn the ukulele, but it's coming along really slowly.
Hard instrument.
But I'm never going to be in a band or a touring act or anything like that. I'm either behind the scenes or in the audience. Yeah. So what's one thing that someone like me who will never be in like the band aspect of things, what's one thing that you think someone like me might not understand or a misconception you want to clear up, or kind of like, oh, you might not know this about touring bands, but
they don't pick, the people in the band are not the ones deciding what city they're going to.
I like that.
That's really important to me for people to know.
Short, sweet, to the point.
Like, sometimes they are, but if I see a tour, it's the story so far, and then let's just say story so far, and then Rotting Out, and then Knuckle Puck, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm a Knuckle Puck fan, and the tour's not coming to my city. When I message Knuckle Puck and complain about it, they're like, "Sick, dude, that's fucking great. We jumped on Story So Far's tour. Like, I really don't know what to fucking tell you."
I'll talk to the Story So Far. We'll get that fixed real quick.
And I won't talk to Story So Far because I'm happy to go on tour with them. Like, a lot of times people think that a lot of stuff is in the band's direct, like, realm of, like, control, and it's not. That's a good one, tour dates.
I fucking love that.
Yep. All right, cool.
If a band never comes in headlines in your city, then they maybe don't like you. But you can't judge them off when they're not headlining.
You answer those tweets too much.
Or, no. They might love it there. If they're more than a few years old, it's probably that you're one of few people in your city that actually like the band. So they might be losing money coming to your town, and they really want to play for you, but if you could just drive the extra 40 minutes to where everybody else lives, they promise it will be a really good show.
I feel that.
Well, so could you tell us about how you guys had that connection with Jesse Cannon, how that all started?
I'm excited for this question.
He's such like a behind-the-scenes legend, and he clearly showed a major interest in your band. Could you tell us how all that came to be?
Yeah, sure. He before Man Overboard, Nick and Joe from Man Overboard were in a band called A Sense of Belonging. It was just like their high school band. And Jesse wasn't as successful then as he later was. And he recorded Nick's band, and Jesse got some like bigger jobs, I think, and the studio expanded. And in that time, me and Nick started hanging out and demoing songs, and Jesse and Nick hadn't really talked hadn't done anything together for a few years, but were friends still. And Nick sent up to Jay, I'm hanging out with this kid Zach and Wayne, and this is what we're doing. And Jesse's like, oh, I have to do this, so come up here, and I want to be the one to record it, which we needed because we had no idea like what to do. Being in a band is so much more than just having good songs. We had no idea how to be a business. So he definitely got us like, started thinking like, okay, if this could be my job, like what do I have to do to make it my job and not my hobby?
And how long did you guys have to work on the business end of things, or is that still going on to this day?
I mean, it's like a never-ending thing, really. I mean, we had it took a great deal of time to turn a profit. Like, I think in any band, it's like you go broke, and then you break even, and then you have your period of time where you're just breaking even, and tour pays for itself. And then if you're lucky, eventually there start being some extra money at the end of the month, and people can get apartments and stuff.
Yeah.
Got it. Side note, I have Jesse Cannon's book right here. It's like buried under like a bunch of stuff, but I highly recommend it. It's called Get More Fans. Everyone go out and check it out. It's
Is that great. Yes? Does he have more than one book?
He has a lot.
He's working on like a second edition of the book. Hang on, I'm just.
He told me, or I was told by someone that in one of his books he says something nice about me.
Oh yeah.
He mentioned Man Overboard in here a bunch. I don't know if it's you specifically, but he definitely mentions it. So check it out.
It is that Man Overboard.
Jesse is a great dude, 100%, and a really, really smart guy. Like, my whole life I was really cocky with music, to be honest with you. Like high school and younger, not like once I was in a band. But as a little kid, like, guitar lessons that age and shit, I was like, I'm good at this. Like, it was where I got my pride and, like, I felt good at something. And when I started working with Jesse, it was like, man, the first person I ever met besides Nick and Wayne that I was like, he probably felt like me in high school and younger, like about music and stuff. Like, I feel like this guy's smart,
Like, I was like an encyclopedia.
As shitty as that
Yeah.
The book looks like an SAT prep book. It's crazy.
It's amazing. First of all, this is like my go-to airplane book or like traveling book. Whenever I get one on the train back from school or anything, that's like a 4-hour train ride, like going to Philly, like anything like that.
He was writing that when we were recording like all our EPs, everything before Real Talk. He would be, dude, I need to sleep another hour because I stayed up till fucking 4 in the morning working on the goddamn book.
This person sounds like Lorne Michaels.
Dude, yeah, it is kind of like Lorne Michaels.
But like, if you guys listen to Off the Record, like that's what he sounds like.
It is.
It's perfect.
So like last night I was like working on the book.
You're giving like a Minnesota accent.
Right now Jesse's gonna pop on in spandex and start.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jesse's gonna see this and like blast out.
Jesse got dirt on me. It's okay. He can fire back at me whenever he pleases.
Oh, this is beautiful. We're gonna have like Babetalk beefs.
That's cool.
Babetalk battle.
Get me and him on here together. That would be something else.
I would
not disagree.
To get on here. I would die, but like in a very cool and punk way again.
That cool.
Are you guys all watching Tony try to get his question out?
No, I'm waiting on Shayna. I'm not trying to figure out how
Shayna's
to
the next
hold
one.
this.
Go ahead, Jane.
Yeah.
Oh dear
Okay.
Lord.
Okay, so this year, this August, or it would be last August, you guys got to play Made in America Festival.
Yeah.
How was that experience for you, considering the genre really isn't your genre?
It was fun because it was because we all grew up in the suburbs of Philly, so that's a festival that I think as long as they've been doing it, I've like known, But I remember being in college and everyone like, oh, I'm not going to class. We're Made in America stuff. Whatever. Fucking people walking around in the street and shit, and that was the cool thing to do when I lived in the city. So, and it's like, it's 15 minutes from the town I grew up in, downtown Philly. So, like, it was a really like easy thing for us to do, a really fun thing for us to do, and like it was just cool. Like we drove our own cars, we brought our girlfriends. Like it wasn't like a typical show where I've been on the road for 2 weeks and I have 3 weeks left, and we were off for months before it and months after. It was just this one random day and like smack in the middle of a bunch of time off where like none of us had seen each other in a while. It was fun.
Cool. Yeah, I was actually front row for your set.
It wasn't that cool.
Shayna thought
That
it
was like
cool.
the least important part of my day. I like meeting our fans more than playing that day.
Oh man! And then I also photobombed your Instagram, your Man Overboard's Instagram, and got about 20 text messages after it was posted saying, "Oh, did you check out Man Overboard's Instagram?" I'm like, I don't want to. I really don't want to.
Sorry, not gonna happen.
I'm just kidding.
Peppers.
All right,
Yeah.
so I mean, you mentioned Senses Fail earlier and talked about like how they were kind of like the bigger band before you were really a band, and now you just got back from a tour with them, and you guys did a split. Like, what is that like going from influence to peer?
The influence to peer thing is the craziest. Is the best part of being in a band. It's the best experience. The whole thing is having that relationship change with people, and it's crazy. Like oh man, dude, in high school I only listened to like metal and some hardcore and a lot of punk music, and didn't listen to a lot of stuff that had like singing or emotion. And I remember being in like 10th grade and being like, damn, 99% of the songs on my iTunes are screaming and not singing.
Yep.
And then Senses Fail came along. I remember thinking, well, it's kind of like they're kind of playing guitar like a metal band, and there's double bass. Like what was happening was I didn't want to admit to myself that I liked it, so I slowly admitted it. Until eventually, as months and years went on, I was like, holy fuck, I love this fucking band. I want to play music like this. I want to fucking cry about girls because that's real. Like that's like I get that's real to me.
Yeah.
And like you said, well, actually, when we started the band, the first person to ever reach out to us was Buddy. He sent us an email just like, I like you guys and let's hang out. He didn't live far from me. Dude, Man Overboard was a band for like less than a year, and Buddy swung through the front and picked me up, and I got in his car. I went to a diner.
Did he give you a bunch of CDs?
And now,
I think you'll like this.
and like you're saying with the tour we just did, and now it's crazy because all that time, that initial time that he went from a friend, he became a friend instead of someone that I just liked his band, that was like 4 or 5 years ago now. So we're only realizing on this tour that we just did, it's like, damn, we really fucking we're friends. Oh shit!
Yeah. Oh, that's the coolest thing.
Me and Nick played bass for them in Canada on this tour.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
But it's great. It's fun on a lot of levels. It's fun to like think about what I thought, what my preconceptions about them were when I was 17, because I remember, and then think about the guy that I'm actually friends with and how it's so different. Or it's fun to, there's a million great things about it. It's fun to just, now, like I said, since me and Buddy have been this close for 4 or 5 years now, I'll get shit-faced drunk and be like, Buddy, why don't you play this song, Let It Roll? You're a fucking idiot. It's like, it's too long. It's too long. I don't want to play that song. I don't want to sing it. Let me sing it. I'll fucking sing it. And I don't have any shame talking to him anymore, and I really get to, like, express shamelessly my, like, being a fan without any concern of him thinking any less of me or not wanting to be around me. So that's a really, like, special thing.
Oh, that's the coolest thing.
That's awesome.
I couldn't handle that.
It's really unique.
That is beautiful. Especially like going back to when you guys were talking about like, you know, a few years back saying that like, you know, oh, I would literally shat myself if I were to ever talk to anyone like that. Be like, oh, and now it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing with some people in Newfound Glory for me too, you know, the same kind of relationship.
Now, going back to when you guys were first starting out, the point of Babetalk is to kind of like showcase the bands that don't really get the recognition that they need, or they're like, you know, in a similar position to like, you know, playing house shows or basements and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the time that I got into pop punk, I used to hear like, you know, my friends talk about, oh yeah, I just saw Man Overboard playing with like the Wonder Years in transit inside of someone's fucking house, and I'm just like, whoa, shit, what? And just just having a community of having like a DIY scene. How important is that DIY scene to any type of progression of any one of these bands that are now predominant in any scene?
In any scene? I mean, I think it really depends what you want to do, man. Like I wouldn't sit anyone down who had musical aspirations and tell them that there's any one thing that you have to or don't have to do. I think different things will result in different things. I think there's different roads. The DIY thing, I think, there's things it's good for, there's things it's bad for. It's the right path for us, I believe, because I think doing the DIY and the house show route kind of builds you up a more sincere fan base that will stick with you for a longer period of time. I think you're less likely to be a fad, when you come up that way.
It's like authenticity.
Yes. On the other hand, though, okay, but if you were told me, hey, Zach, I want to go start touring and stuff, and you showed me your songs, and it's like pop music, like you sound like Justin Timberlake, I'm going to be like, well, screw all that punk shit. Like, you should try to get on, like, let's try to sell your song to, like, Disney right now. Like, who cares if you ever go on tour? It's what you want to do, and if you're looking for your 15 minutes of fame, I don't really think that shit matters, but I think it certainly helps if you're trying to build a lengthy career.
And did you think like that was like the exact way that you guys have went? Like, was this the route that you guys had planned out starting out as a band?
We kind of it was the only option, There was no one that was going to do it for us, and we didn't know how the first step of getting someone's attention who could do it for us. And I guess eventually we figured out that, and this is good for kids to know, that the labels aren't going to pay attention to you until they see that you're doing everything they're going to do for you, that you're already doing it for yourself. Yeah. And then they'll pay attention to you. It doesn't matter how good your songs are if you never tour, and it doesn't matter how much you tour if your songs aren't good. They just need to see, record labels want to see you, you don't even need them. So you look like a good bet, a safe bet, because you guys are doing it already on your own. And I think we're lucky that that's, once we figured that out, we kind of were like, yeah, this is it. This is how it goes, Yeah.
That's cool. That's a really good way to put it. I feel like I've heard that same kind of analogy used. I think it was in, again, I keep quoting as I'm getting off the record, when Zach and Jess were talking about, someone asked, when should my band consider getting management or a booking agent or a publicist or whatever? And the super short answer to that is when you're doing all of the jobs of the publicist, the manager, the whatever, on your own.
That's basically what he's saying. Because, when you're doing all that stuff yourself, that means you need someone to do that, because so basically, never hire someone that you're not sure if you should hire, because they're taking your money, So, and you want to do everything yourself, and you want to outgrow the 5 of you or the 4 of you in your band till you guys can't possibly fucking handle it anymore, and you need help. And then that's when that was the right time to get help, And no matter what it is, if it's booking the show, if it's shipping out your merch or managing the band, because if you're getting by without a manager, then you probably don't need a manager, and you guys probably don't have that much going on that you need managed. But
a lot of hard truths, but yeah.
But it's fine. It's cool. That's like when you're supposed to be in charge, and if you do a good job, it will get unmanageable, and then you have a manager.
I also think it's good that you're doing it all yourself beforehand, so that way when this person comes in and you need, like, the publicist or whatever, and you've been doing all your own press before that, you can tell if they're doing it, like, a way that you're comfortable with, or a way that's, like, good fit for your band and your kind of target audience and demographic and stuff. And if you're just kind of putting all the trust in somebody else with no experience on your end, you're just kind of like, here you go, do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's a harsh, like, it sounds rough for me to say, but people have said a lot of rough shit to me too, so I'm just paying it forward. But
tough love.
And like, I fucking forget.
It's actually helpful. Can be tough love, but it's helpful. It's better than
you can't fucking. Oh God, I've had people in bands I love look me in the eye and be like, "Why are you worried about that? No one knows who your band is."
Because I worry about
Oh.
And you're like,
That's rough.
no, but they don't mean it like that. You're like, they're trying to cheer me up.
Yeah.
They're trying to be like, you're on the rise, dog. Like you're good still. Like whatever. Who cares? You're young. Your band's young. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But some shit takes you back in this business, like a few feet when you hear it.
Well, speaking of all that, the business side of things, I noticed in I don't know exactly what year it was, but there was an interview you did at a Warped Tour where someone asked you why you kept coming back to Warped Tour, and you said, well, when else is there going to be an opportunity to expose my band to this many people?
Yeah, which I don't think's like that fucked up to say.
No, I think it's perfect. Like it's great, and I was just going to ask, like that's such a long-term move. I know some bands will have the opportunity to play Warped or their own tour. Their own tour may be a little bit more profitable.
These are big bands.
Yeah.
These are always pretty big bands that do that move.
Yeah.
You know? It's not like a band like us, or it's not like a band like the Wonder Years. It'll be like the Used will do that, or like maybe like Pierce the Veil or someone will do that. Someone that's like really doing fucking well. Because that was my point. Because you have to be doing so well to be able to build or get put on any tour that could compete with Warped Tour, if that's the realm that your fans are in. You know what I mean? If that's your world. Like any of you, who could Man Overboard go on tour with this summer that you think more people that care about Man Overboard would see us than Warped Tour? Because if you want to say like Blink or something, well, no one at that show is going to give a fuck about us. Or if you want to say Green Day, no one at that show is going to give a fuck about us or know who we are.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like the biggest bands in our genre. So like, there's literally not a better place that I could put the five of us for people to watch us play, you know?
So it's not just about the size of the audience, but it's also who's in the audience.
That's really you know, because it'd be great if I went on tour with Green Day tomorrow and we play in front of 30,000 people, but the reality of the matter is that those 30,000 people shows, when Man Overboard goes on stage, there'll probably only be about a third of them in the door already, and those who are there aren't going to give a fuck because they're like, Green Day, Green Day, Green Day, Green Day. Because Green Day is a huge band for regular people who aren't into like a subgenre, like we are, you know.
I love Green Day.
And Warped Tour is for people who like subgenres, you know. I love Green Day. I'm just saying, like, business.
No, you're making a valid point. I'm just like, I really love Green Day. They have eluded me at every turn. They're like,
because you're too busy going to Warped Tour. Exactly.
No, I'm talking about like 6th or 7th grade when they did the American Idiot tour, and my mom wouldn't let me go, and I was like, no.
My dad took me to see Green Day in 6th grade, I think.
My dad took me to see My Chemical Romance in 8th grade. I was very proud of him.
My dad, you ready for this? Not that we're having a dad contest.
We shouldn't, because my dad would win. I'm just saying. But go ahead.
My dad got me to meet Jimmy Eat World when I was in 8th grade.
Oh, that's so cute. My dad. Cool. No, we're not gonna get into this because I have.
We have a dad off.
Or we both have great dad.
You guys stop dadding off.
Stop dadding off.
It's okay. Eric's the only actual dad in this chat, so maybe we should just make Eric.
Also, I think I win because my dad's a professional smooth jazz guitarist. And
is he?
Yeah, he's
fucking cool.
Yeah, I've met many of your parents, or bands your parents are fans of.
I'm sure you have. That's awesome, man.
My dad sells internet.
That's actually really, really cool.
My dad drives a really nice car.
There you go. Ashley, I'm sure you had a question.
All right. Well, this is because we were talking about before how we all met through the Defend pop punk group, and that's kind of been like a cultural movement. If I might be so bold to put that out there, that clearly started with Man Overboard with Defend Pop Punk. So my question is, if you guys had the chance, I'm sure that none of you like intentionally started a cultural movement. I don't think anybody intentionally goes into that.
You would be right to assume that.
If you could go back and do it all over again and kind of like, what would you, if you could go back and purposefully do this and know that it was going to be like such a big cultural thing, what would you want your message to be, and what would you kind of want like Defend Pop Punk 2.0, let's say? Like, what would you want that to be?
There's two answers, really, because there was one side of me that would say we would just do everything exactly how we did it because it worked out.
I thought you would.
And then there's another side of me there that says I do And I want to preface this by saying, no matter what people take from Defend Pop Punk or what it means to them, I back it 100%. I'm more than back it. I appreciate it and I love it. But we didn't intend to make it look like we thought anyone was attacking the genre, so to speak.
That's the joke. What are we defending it from?
What do we do? Oh God, if I had $1 for every time I've been asked that, I'd be in a bigger apartment. But like there was a band called Most Precious Blood. It's a hardcore band, and they had Defend hardcore shirts, and yeah, we made Defend Pop Punk shirts. That was it. It really ends there. It's as simple as that. And we had, I promise you, we made those first shirts before any of you knew who we were. We had 50 shirts made. We played a show where we played first in like a bowling alley, and we sold all the shirts, and no one knew who we were. Yeah. So we were like, well, we're definitely onto something with this logo. So it kind of just snowballed.
Is that how Lost Tape formed by the shirts, or was that something different?
It's kind of different. It was all the same time. We got comfortable with the DIY thing, and we, like I was saying, being the boss and like doing shit ourselves, and it was hard for us to like let go a little bit. And it was someone at Rise's idea when we signed to them that like, why don't you guys start your own little thing and you can do whatever you want on that, but we're like, hey, it's a good idea. And Justin, it's all Justin's. It's all Justin. He deserves all the credit for everything with Lost Tape, and it's just a cool way that if say somebody comes up to me and is like, hey Zach, I'm from buttfuck New Jersey. Can you listen to my band's demo? And let's say that demo rules. Mm-hmm. Well, now I can be like, oh, let's put it out. Yeah. And that's pretty much what it's for.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And isn't Lost Tape like in South Jersey?
Yeah. Well, it's wherever. It's wherever
like in the glass.
iPhone is.
It's like in the Glassboro.
In Williamstown.
It's right next to
right next
to office is in Williamstown.
Next town over.
Well, I mean, you did start the Defend Pop Punk thing, and it kind of transitioned into like this bigger thing, and then there was the Lord Board, which became the Defend Pop Punk group.
The Lord Board was my idea, yo.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely something much bigger than it was. I don't even know if it was the same thing as what it had started as, but it's like a Facebook group with over 20,000 people in there, and everyone's dropping whatever music they're creating or whatever they're doing. I mean, we promoted in there when we first started. So there's now this internet culture of music. So do you think because of that, DIY has sort of changed a little bit? Or how do you think it's different from when you started?
He may or may not be frozen.
Yeah,
he's frozen. Yeah, I was going to say.
Oh, at least it's not me this time.
Tony, I'll answer that. I'll field that one for you.
Eric's going to ask that question.
Well, yeah, so Tony, first of all, good question. Second of all, I wasn't listening. I was distracted by him being frozen. I think the group is fun to post funny cat pictures and 10-minute clips of the first line from that Chunk song.
Yeah.
Hey, Dave,
well, I mean, but kind of.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Hey, Zach.
Hey.
I was sitting here. I'm like, I invented the Lord Board. God damn it.
Well, I mean, did
Jesse
you?
Cannon. It was my idea, and Jesse Cannon fucking got it all coded and like got the website built.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Jesse fucking Cannon.
Fucking Cannon.
Fucking Cannon, bro.
Fucking Cannon, guys.
Taking over.
You guys have no idea what a character he is.
Yeah.
I think some of us do.
Maybe you do.
But what I was kind of saying was since the Lord Word blew up and became the Defend Pop Punk group, things are way different now. People can post their own music in there. People are getting exposure that they wouldn't have before.
That's
with
awesome.
Not just like music endeavors, but pretty much anything. And
like a movie or something?
Am I moving?
No, I said like a movie or
like Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, like things are just crazy now. Like people can get exposure just by dropping a single in the right inbox nowadays. So do you think that's kind of changed how DIY is approached? Because now there's like this whole internet battleground that you can just do what you need to in.
I think that you're 100% right, and you know, and if it was 1994, you and your friends would have to get like a 8-track recorder and like make some demo and go to shows, and people would make copies of your tape and shit. And now, you know, anybody. I hate to sound like I'm not mad about it, but anybody can make a band. And you can go make a band camp, and anyone who has a MacBook can record their songs, and you can go make a band camp and put it up there for free. And it's cool, it's good, it definitely helps DIY. And another thing is, it opens DIY, I think, up into genres where that was not an option before, like mainly hip hop. Where like, if I want to be a rapper in the 90s, it was like, that was fucking hard to do. That's like saying I want to be in the NFL. But now, you can DIY rap. Like, let's go on GarageBand.
We can do it right now.
Yeah.
We can just spit stuff. Done.
It's like SoundCloud and, you know, all these DJs and people with their mixtapes and shit. I think it's awesome. I think there's DIY like outside of punk rock now, which is like...
Yeah, that's crazy. DIY pop music is the most mind-blowing
It is.
thing.
It's so important, though. I think basically what Tony's saying about like the rise of internet versus like DIY culture, I think it's kind of a huge double-edged sword, because on the one hand, like you said, anyone with a MacBook and a guitar, or even not a guitar, just, you know, sing their hearts out, they can put music up on the internet, put it on SoundCloud, Bandcamp, Facebook, Twitter, if they want to do MySpace, whatever, like all these different channels. And so there's tons of people who are creating content. But the thing about like the bad side of the sword is that there's so much content being created that a lot of it can get lost. Like, I did A&R scouting back at school, and it's easy to search like unsigned, you know, like electronic artists or whatever, and just kind of scope through Hype Machine and SoundCloud and all that stuff. But there's so many people, and you just have to wade through a lot of shit to find something worthwhile. So
it makes having a successful song harder, because there's more fish in the sea, no matter what kind of music you make. But ultimately, at the end of the day, the power is in the hands of the listeners. And if people, you know, there could be tons of bad shit out there. As long as, if the general public likes good music, then the good music will prevail. And if the general public likes
knock on wood,
then the bad music will prevail. And it'll always be a matter of opinion. And it'll always change. There's always going to be, you know, I'm not fucking, you know, even 30 years old. And in my lifetime, I've seen it flip-flop what's popular so many times.
It's so cyclical, and that's what's crazy when you actually realize that, oh shit, that happens. Things just change. Feels like, that's nuts.
Things just change, man. And, you know, everybody who wants to say, well, everything on the radio now sucks. Well, that's your opinion, but even if you're right, it's not going to sound, the radio won't sound like this 3 years from now. It just doesn't work that way. Like this. So just hang in there. If you're not digging what's going on right now, you know?
Patience.
Yeah. Kind of off topic, but whatever.
No, it's perfect.
This whole life is off topic. Are you kidding me?
That's why we have Babetalk, to just be off topic with each other.
There we go. We have off topic, and then we're going to have just like off the topic.
Ollie, you and I beat off topic all the time.
That's completely. Look at us. We're going off topic. Boy, Eric, you know how to get me going.
I do know how to get you going.
Going to my next question that I ended up having was I've been kind of obsessed over just the idea of having nothing and then being like transformed into something, and the process in between that is just like mind-boggling. And then, like, you know, to see other people enjoying the ride with you just mixed two different questions together. That's not what I wanted to do. Well, okay, the one question I wanted: how important are your networking or your contacts within a scene?
Well, do you mean as far as like
professionally,
or like my friends?
Like friends go, because like, you know, like you were saying with Sense Fail, like, you know, you develop friendships over, like, you know, the amount of tours that you guys have gone on, and seeing people say like, oh yeah, never shall never and fucking Man Overboard, and then saying like, yeah, nah, we niggas, like that's.
I'm trying to think exactly what they say.
I guess because I don't even know why I asked that, because the friend thing is way more. The friend thing will lead to good business together. Honestly, there's no way it can't. But I mean, obviously, us and fucking, I don't fucking know, Chelsea Grin might not do that well together on tour, but for the most part, if you're within the same shit, it's really important. It's cool to, you're always going to have the people that you met through your band. You're always going to remember where you were at and where he or she was at when you guys became friends. You have this kind of lifestyle that only you guys can really relate to, and it's really important because I think the friends that you make in your time in the band, slowly as the calendar, the pages took a flip, it's become your only friends. And I think I hang out with 2 or 3 people from high school still, and my best friends live all over the place because no one lives at home in my world, and networking and shit with me has always just been like making actual friends first and then seeing what kind of like business opportunities come up through like my sincere friendships. So I think that's the right way to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like how much more has that made like touring been? Because I mean like people only just see the like they get on stage, fucking go, and then like you get going. But I remember
they gotta understand that's like the smallest part of the day. That's like
exactly.
Exciting.
But then like everything else that happens afterwards, I remember seeing old Warped Tour footage of fucking bike gangs that used to
Warped
happen.
is a different story. That shit becomes a party after the show. Warped is fun as hell. I love being on Warped, and we had bike gangs. But,
Let's go.
People don't. Touring's not.
No.
Your friends are important in the other bands because you're pretty alienated all the time, and they are alienated with you, and so you're alone together, and you don't really, if it's us and Never Shout Never, and we're playing in fucking God, I don't know, Lawrence, Kansas. God knows I don't have anyone else to hang out with but my band, Chris Taylor, and Hayden.
You can knock on Matt Pryor's door.
Yeah, is that where he lives?
Yeah.
But you get close with those guys. Go through some shit together. Like going on tour with someone for 1 month is like being their friend at home for a year.
Cool.
That's really
Very
cool.
true.
That's real.
I don't think people ever look at that aspect or see that.
There's a very strong camaraderie between most unless you don't get along, which happens. But me and Overboard's pretty easy to get along with. We just kind of smoke weed and stick to it.
I was gonna say, what's on your rider?
Some IPAs, Jameson, and that's it. Some fruit.
Gotta stay healthy.
Like
Fruit.
12 IPAs, a bottle of whiskey, bananas, grapes, apples, oranges, a case of water, but water doesn't really count. Nothing crazy. Regular band stuff.
Yeah.
Typical old. Ashley, you can get a question. I'm going to see if we actually have any audience questions.
Is there an audience? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, there is. So you're talking about how excited you are to see Never Shout Never on Warped Tour and stuff like that. I feel like a lot of the bands that are on Warped Tour know of bands that might not have been like the hype bands of their announcement. Are there any underrated acts that you think kind of like the hidden gems of Warped Tour this year that you want to plug?
I don't know anyone really, and the bands I do know, like you guys definitely know already, like Knuckle Puck and stuff. We just toured with Seaway. They were really nice kids, great guys. They're going to be on the Ernie Ball stage, so people should definitely check them out from Canada. That's it really for me. I don't know a lot of people that are playing this year. I'll make friends. Warped Tour is good for making friends. My hangout group is kind of diminished from years prior to pretty much it's just going to be like me and my band and Christopher Drew and Hayden, Never Shout Never, but it'll be fun. And Knuckle Puck, I'm excited about Sense of Sail, and I'm excited about Never Shout Never. And my friends, I like to see my friends play.
Oh, that's so cute. That's why I love band bromance. It's so
It's
great.
like actually saying like friends. It's like, oh man, I got some friends.
Yeah, man, it's like you were on the Flyers, but he was on the Sixers, and then you go to the game. It's cool. And then you backstage while your friend's band's playing, and you're like, "Ooh, I'll get out of your way. I know how it is." Right, go ahead, sir.
Oh, it's too good. What just as a general wonderment, what's been like the funniest thing that you could experience or that you have experienced on tour, like any type of thing?
God, I don't know. Just too much stuff. We laugh a lot. Nick's really funny. As far as people in my band go, Nick is really, really funny.
Mm-hmm.
Saw Hot Rod parked in like a real nice old car parked in a hotel once, and I dared him to take all his clothes off and stand on the hood of it and let me take nudes of him. Like, on this car.
Oh my gosh.
And he did it, which I ended up being like, don't really do it. I felt like come out of the hotel and kick our ass. But I don't know, random stuff Nick does. And, shit's just kind of constantly funny. It's not. We're lucky. It's not. We don't have a lot of like. Morale's not low often. We cheer each other up pretty well. Mess around a lot. We have wrestling matches in the van. Except the rule is you have to get the 1, 2, 3 count on the wall, not the floor. So you have to like I have to grab Nick.
Shit.
And
Okay.
I have to hold Nick against the wall of the van, against the window, while someone counts to 3 to get the pin.
So who usually wins those?
Dude, I do better than you might think.
Yeah?
I put Nick with like I picked Nick up in a moving vehicle and pushed him over the fucking. I moved him from the front bench all the way to the back bench, which was fucking hard.
Oh, shit.
Like, he's like dead fucking weight, dude.
Do y'all have a championship belt or anything?
I'm like a
Championship belt.
wrestling fanatic. I'm like a really big geek about like all kinds of like high school wrestling, college wrestling, professional wrestling. So I'm always trying to like. I mean, this is the straightest way possible, but I'm always trying to roll around with other dudes.
I don't have my.
Who isn't these days?
It's in my bag.
Yeah.
So, just as a last thing, is there anything that you, in like information that you can drop, or like any like parting words that you can like give to anyone that's listening to Babetalk right now? As far as
what?
Anything really.
I mean, like I really don't.
Eat your vegetables, kids.
As far as being in a band, or as far as listening to Babetalk, thank you. We all at Babetalk here appreciate your attention. If you're a man Overboard, I no bullshit. Love you. I love you. And if you're trying to start a band, then just burn all your songs to a CD for free and go to popular shows and wait till they let all the kids out and force everyone to take a free copy of your album.
Label it the skateboarders.
What you do? Because I get asked that a lot. I think I get asked the advice for the people starting a band and give out your songs for free in person, not on the internet. It's the best advice.
Oh, rad.
I am blown away that we were actually able to have Zac Eisenstein on show.
Yeah, this is fucking crazy.
Not that crazy.
This is really cool.
This is like
Which one of you talked to me at the boneyard?
hey guy, that's me.
Well, there you go. That's why. I mean, that's why. That's the real reason I'm here.
That is true. If I can just give like a quick nerd story, because it's just been like a lot. For me, myself, I've been going to shows at the Boneyard, and you know Paul Brown and
Yeah,
and
a great friend of mine.
Great. He's just an awesome person. And the first thing that I wanted to do to get into the music scene was I wanted to start taking photos. And the first night that I started taking pictures for shows was True Things' last show.
That was a great show.
That was a great show, and I remember that you were there, and I was like, starstruck as all get-go, and like I was shitting myself, and I was just like, and then Hollowed Out started playing, and you punched me in the
Flattering me
jaw.
because I think I walked in the door with Newfound Glory. They're pretty cool too.
Oh, I mean, like the whole event was just like nuts. And, like you were the first eye that I saw that was like at the hype of like me first getting into the whole defend pop punk thing.
Cool,
I was like taking photos, and then during the breakdown of them, how hollowed out you punched me in the jaw, and I was just like at that point I was yeah, and like from that point on I was like I need to be involved in like every asset of the scene, and then fast forward to 3 years later, me walking and saying like, hey, could you join the podcast? And they'd be like, oh yeah, sure. I was just like, oh, this is a thing.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. That's like what I'm like your friend and shit,
Yeah.
That's like the cutest, most violent thing I've ever heard.
I know.
I've definitely believe him. Yeah, I've heard some people before.
Oh yeah, I hear a bunch of stories from just everyone in the AC scene, but that's for another night.
Hey, you can tell stories about Atlantic City. I'm not ashamed. I'm proud.
Proud.
People think I'm way bigger of a bitch than I am.
Here we go, guys. That's gonna be another party thought.
Yep, that'll be after dark.
That'll be after
Big
dark.
talk after dark.
We're gonna pick a winner for the pair of Warped Tour tickets. That's gonna be some. I should have had a drum roll. Samantha Williams. Samantha Williams, if you're listening, just send a message out to Babetalk. We'll get shit out for you. If not,
What state did she go to?
She actually gets to pick, so she will pick.
Wow, Samantha.
Yeah.
That is a lucky lady.
That's one lucky lady. You're gonna have to be sure to say hi to all the bands, especially to Man Overboard when you get to do their signings and shit. And I never know how to end shows, but goddamn guys, that's been Babe Talk.
Babe Talk.
Awesome.
Oh man.
Again, Zach, thank you. I think we're gonna end there. Because I don't know how to end shows. From everyone here at Babe Talk, thank you so much for listening. Thanks Zach for coming to the show, and everybody enjoy the rest of your night.
Peace.
Yeah.
Bye.